Out of town making money.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP, and he will only be better with an expanded role.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk. Long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work. Hottest team in the land coming through.
The Raptors coming down the tunnel prior to the game. They're prepared to give their rabid fan base a night to remember. Welcome everyone to the final matchup before the knockout round. And for both of these teams, this is their fourth and final game of group play.
Yeah, and both have done what they needed to do in order to remain in contention for the
with some changes. Boucher's checked in for Pirtle. Abaji comes in for Barnes. And it's Thomas in for Dick. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Turner, he's checked in for Bryant. Toppin comes in for Siakam. Neesmith, he's checked in for Nembhard. And it's Shepard in for McConnell. It seems we always keep circling back around to the topic of MP. And tonight is no different with the last game for him in the group stage of the NBA Cup. Of course, he's professed that he's taking his team all the way to win the Cup this season.
Hey, more power to him. I mean, he's got the swagger to make those statements, and I'd say he's delivering so far. You know, the most inspiring thing about MP's leadership is how it rubs off on the team. The whole organization is rooting for his growth as a leader and the sort of impact that can have on elevating his teammates as well. I think we're going to be in for a good one tonight.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Mathurin at the 2, with Neesmith at the 3, Toppin at the 4, and Turner at the 5. And it's Shepard in at the point guard position. Matherin against Thomas. And Ingram gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. Ingram's got 10 points.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Shepard. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Toronto shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for
And he can't get the first one. Both teams deciding to change it up.
taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Launches it from deep. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for Toronto. He put together... Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Yeah, they've also had a great deal of second chance points tonight. Great job finding the offensive board and then converting on those extra tries.
On the court for the Pacers. Toppin at the 4 and Turner at the 5. Walker out there with Andrew Nembhard. And it's Nesmith in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, between his skills, his motor, and his physical ability, Walker came into the league more ready for the NBA than most first-year guys.
And the second free throw is good. And a deep run for the Pacers in last season's playoffs, Clark.
A very impressive run, BA, and even though it didn't end the way they wanted it to, you've got to factor in the experience they got as something to build on. And you look at the nucleus of this club, I mean, they've got a great combination of youth and experience and potential. So I would think the trend continues north going forward.
Pass to Nembhard. There's the triple. Rebound Toronto. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now. The floater, good on the shot.
What an agile attack by Barnes. I mean, he really outworked the defense.
Pacers trail by 16. Now here's Toppin. Outside Walker. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Ryan, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Ryan, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him.
I mean, what an acrobatic move. Walker just leaving them speechless.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Here's Agbaji. Pure from three-point range. Agbaji's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Nembhard. Thomas defends. Toppin outside. Pass to Nesmith. Outside Walker. 4 on the clock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Walker's got 8 points in the quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Thomas outside. And Obi Toppin gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far. But I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
Robinson, he's checked in for Toronto. Here's Walter, still without a bucket. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. The NBA wanted to raise the stakes during the regular season. Mission accomplished. The Cup has been a hit with teams and their fans.
Yeah, team rivalries used to add drama to the regular season. Pacers, Knicks, Bulls, Pistons, Lakers, Celtics. But this tournament has added a whole new dynamic to get excited about.
Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Toronto. Ingram comes in for Abaji. Bryant, he's checked in for Indiana. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now to the paint. And there's Bryant. That's good. On the assist by Shepard.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Inside. Here's Siakam. It's hauled in by the Raptors. At one point, they led by 16. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Both teams will make substitutions. The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting
So it's Toronto, continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
I always like to play other good teams. To be the best, you have to beat the best. We'll see if they accept the challenge.
Iron sharpens iron, right, Shaq?
Yes.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Raptors.
They've imposed their will on the glass, getting all the 50-50 balls and maybe even a few 20-80 balls.
Love the activity. Don't just say you want to win. Prove it and get it.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if they... He's checked in for quickly. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Barnes and Poeltl down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's Thomas in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And it's Dick off the drive. Goes back up. And it's laid up and in by Poeltl. Poeltl's got 7 points.
And Poeltl has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Pass to Mathurin. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's Thomas. And Bryant pulls it down. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 19. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Bryant, the pass to Demart. Clock at 6. Here's McConnell. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. McConnell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Barnes passes to Thomas. Mycareer with a steal. Siakam against Barnes. Here's Mycareer. Hurdle with the block.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Hurt, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Thomas can't cash it in from close range. Pacers trail by 17. Pass to Siakam. Mycareer outside. Shoots from the line. Rebound Toronto. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Thomas. 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And Barnes the bucket on the assist by Thomas. Barnes has got 11 points.
This team relies on Barnes to drill threes, just stretching out the floor.
Pass to Matherin. Now Siakam. He's guarded by Barnes. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. And so it's the Toronto Raptors ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Call off the Dogs. They've been completely dominant. We're headed for a blowout. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Toppin at the 4 and Turner at the 5. Then it's Shepard, then it's Aaron Nesmith, and it's Furphy in at the 2-guard spot.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here comes Toronto on the push. The rebound by Shepard.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Raptors lead by 22. Pass to Thomas. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Graham?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There are some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
And here's Turner from the arc. Hits a 3-pointer. Turner's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Now Thomas. Misses from short range. And here's the fast break. Here's Furphy. From outside, off the mark. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. Thomas, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 21.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. A line change here for Toronto. Toronto leading by 17.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Raptors.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
After losing the first game, they've come back and evened things up in this one. They'll play one more time in this season series after this.
And partner, it sets up what should be a fantastic finale to the season series. Major bragging rights on the line. That
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Boucher outside. Abaji pass to Thomas. Boucher right side. Oh, stolen by Turner. Outside Neesmith. Pass to Jackson. Here's Furphy. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Toppin.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. And for the NBA Cup tournament, they finished group play with a 3-1 record.
Yeah, they put some extra effort into these NBA Cup games, if you ask me. Now, proving they came to play this year.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everybody.